Be honest, are you working on the right things to grow your business or are you just keeping busy? I see it all the time. Women business owners spending hours creating content, trying to make their offer perfect, or tweaking things behind the scenes without actually positioning, marketing, and selling. And the truth is, that kind of busy work won't get you the results you want. If this sounds familiar, you might be focusing on the wrong things to actually grow your business. So let's talk about how to spot it and how to fix it. So I am Heather Cameron. I have a passion of helping women business owners create intentional businesses that are profitable using my Bistro framework without chasing the latest trends and spinning on social media or drowning in busy work. And today I really want to talk about how you can spot the busy work and how you can start to fix it. So I want to talk about a few examples that really show how easy it is to kind of go down the path of busy work without actually realizing that you're doing it. And there's two people I've spoken to in the last little while who were really good examples of this. So one of them was someone who had pivoted her business and she had this vision for a course that she wanted to create. And she was spending all her efforts in deciding what platform to put it on, how to create the course, how to do the information, what files she was going to have. And she was designing the PDFs and designing all the content but not selling it. And so the result of that was a lot of frustration. She's like, I've designed this perfect course, but I'm not bringing any money in because you've designed the course before you've sold it. And I'm a firm believer in selling before you design. But the real point of this is that she was stuck in the busy work. And what was happening with this was her course was getting more and more complicated and never getting finished. And that's one of those signs of busy work or being stuck in it. And the second one was somebody who has stuck in the content creation wheel. So done a really great job of building content and building up her followers and getting her likes and actually doing really well on that side, but not making any sales because there wasn't a connection between that and actually how to sell what she was doing, which I call your customer journey, and I will do more videos on that. But she wasn't doing that. She was busy. She was busy doing lots of time, seeing great results, kind of, getting the likes, getting the follows, and that helps in your energy, but it wasn't helping with the financials of her business, of actually selling and building a profit in her business. And that's a really common busy work one that I find is people creating their social media, creating their content, doing all of this stuck in the know, like, and trust cycle, but not in the sales cycle. And that is a big common sign. So I want to give you some common signs that can help you really decide if you're stuck in the busy work and not actually moving your business forward. The first one is if you have a sense that you've lost alignment, and that happens when you're being pulled in so many directions. You're kind of doing this and doing that. You're doing content, you're writing emails, you're building this, you're over there, and you've lost or forgotten your bigger vision. I call that the B in my Bistro framework, which is your bold business vision. That should be something that you are connecting with every single week, at least, if not every single day, right? Am I working on something that is going to make my vision come true? And I am a firm believer that your bold vision, your bold business vision needs to have finances there because honestly, if you're not making money, you're not in business. So what is that bold business vision? And are you connected to it? Are you in alignment? Is the work that you're doing in alignment with that? So if you have a feeling that you kind of lost alignment with what your vision is, that's a really good sign that you're stuck in the busy work cycle. The next one is listening to the shoulds. There are so many people out there doing honestly what I do, teaching courses, giving you advice, and it's so easy to get, pulled in by that should and go down that path and think that I should be doing this. But if you're doing something because you should versus how does it fit, going back to that bold vision, how does it fit in your vision of your business? Because, someone can be successful over here, but that style isn't you, or what they're doing doesn't fit in your vision. And yet you get dragged over there because there's all these shoulds out there, and there is a lot of shoulds, especially with this online world. And it needs to be, again, going back to losing alignment, it needs to be in alignment with your vision to actually work, to actually move your business forward. The next one is a huge one is that perfectionist mindset, the need to have it perfect before it goes out in the world. That can happen with your social media content, that can happen doing a video like this, that can happen with your offers. This need to have it perfect creates a ton of busy work. And I'm going to be honest with this because there's the need to have it perfect, or for me, it's often the need to get it right, can really hold things back. And I think some of the tools that we have available to us feed that. And so ChatGPT or AI can really feed in your need to have it perfect or your need to have it done, just perfectly done and everything wrapped up because it's set on a continuous improvement cycle. And so you have to kind of know what your baseline is, that it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough. And transformation happens when what you're doing is out in your client's hands. It doesn't happen when you're trying to make it perfect. And so perfectionist mindset can create a ton of busy work. It also can create a lot of dissatisfaction because you're not hitting the targets that you want to hit. The next one is overcomplicating things. Simple is always going to be better. You don't need complicated offers. You need simple offers that create transformation. Because people are looking for transformation. They're not looking for more information. And I see people overcomplicating their offers. I see people with, way too many entrance points into their offers, way too many things. And when I look at the people who are really successful in the online space, they aren't doing that. They're sticking with very simple offers. They are sticking with where their joint zone of genius is, and they're not complicating things. And when I talk to clients who are frustrated, it typically comes from overcomplication, and busy work. And so instead of complicating things, so if you feel like you're overcomplicating your offer, take a step back. Is that creating busy work for you, or is actually creating value into what you're going to offer your clients? The next one is the content hamster wheel. Kind of sits in that perfection can follow into it. But just it actually sits in the shoulds. You got to create all this content. It's got to be perfect. And I'm going to overcomplicate it. You don't need to be constantly creating content. I know people, including myself, who have grown a business without actually creating any content. I've done it through networking and leveraging. There are definitely different models. If you love to create content, that is great. But if you're on the content hamster wheel and it's busy work versus work that actually is getting you clients or customers, then you've got to look at that and say, okay, what do I need to be doing differently? How do I do that? And the key point I want to make is none of these are bad. They all require, sometimes somebody's telling you that you should follow this and it ends up being the perfect solution for you. Or, you are creating content that's working. It's not that it's when these things start to take over and more of your time is being eaten up by the busy work and you're not seeing the results you want. That's when busy work becomes a problem and you end up stuck in this cycle. And the key point I want to make is that if you're doing this, your business isn't going to grow and you're going to get frustrated. So how can we change that? What can we do? What can we put in place to at least recognize when we're in the busy work cycle and move from it? And how I would suggest that you do that is that you do a quick audit of your time. It's something that I have been told, I have been suggested by many coaches to do. I have done it, is do an audit of your time for a week. And when you're doing this, I want you to ask yourself a couple of very simple questions. The first one, and just a step back, if you're doing the audit of your time, do not wait till the end of the week to audit your time. Maybe choose, halfway through the day or at the end of the day. Or another way to do it is set an intention with your time and see if you match that. And so auditing your time is a huge eye opener to where you're spending your energy and is it busy work or is it work that's going to move your business forward? And so the first one is what I'm working on today bringing me closer to a sales or servicing an existing client? Really simple question. Is what I'm doing today, can I see the link between what I'm doing and actually making a sale? And if I can't see the link, if I can't say, well, okay, this person's going to watch this social media content, if they act on my call to action, they're going to do X, it's going to be Y, and I can see how that path is leading to a sale. And if you can't see that, then you got to fix why that's not working. or if you're serving an existing client. Now, if 80% of your week is serving existing clients, then I will question how you're going to grow your business. So that's one. And can I see the line from what I'm doing to a sale? So really think about that. What am I doing? Does it match a sale? And yes, before anybody says this or you think this, we all have stuff we have to do. We have to balance our accounts. We have to record. But that's a small percentage of our business. What are you doing with the rest of the time? And if it is busy work, ask yourself, and why am I in this busy work? Why am I spending my time here? Is it somebody else's should? Is it because I'm stuck in the perfectionist cycle? Is it because I'm stuck in the creator's cycle? What is it? Why am I spending my time here? Just those questions are going to be very powerful. And that's all you need to do is do that shift. It will start to break the cycle for you. It will start to make you aware of when you're stuck in busy work and when you're actually focusing on growing your business and focusing on the actions that are going to get you the results that are in your bold business vision. And this is one of those ones that it really is worth doing to take that honest look because it will shift your business and it will shift your momentum. And if you would like some help with this or you want more clarity, I have an offer for you to come and join us. So I run a free session Monday mornings. It's called the Bistro Bite, and it's meant to be a little bite to set you in motion for the rest of the week. So what is that bold step that you're going to take this week to move your business forward? We meet every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. It is free. It is not recorded. This is practical strategies to move your business forward. And it's also intended to be a community of supportive women helping each other do this. So it's not free coaching. It is about creating intention for your week and moving your business forward. And one of the reasons I created the Bistro Bite is I truly believe that we complicate things way too much. And simplicity creates clarity. Clarity drives action. Action drives traction. And traction creates results. And I want you all to have results in your business. So come and join the Bistro Bite. You can find it in the comments or in the description. It is igniteyourmarket.com/bistro-bite. I would love to see you there. Like I said, there's no recordings. If you sign up, you will get weekly reminders. You don't have to come to every session. This is meant to be a value add for you to create momentum in your week and in your business so that you are hitting your bold business vision.